Hello everyone, Jared here from Crypto Plan, the Aussie guy in Ireland, bringing you the chart analysis today from the XRP Euro on the Bitstamp. Now, I've chosen this chart only because it doesn't have all the other predictions or the other things that I've drawn on the XRP US dollar chart, and I guess this is the chart that is most relevant to me because I am in Ireland and I'm dealing with Euro, right? So I'm going to tell you a little story about how I got into XRP and just how I've become a strong hand in it, and how I've set goals and how I've understood that the zeros in my bank account could really add themselves to the end in a great way. And to, I guess, to zone out from that micro mentality and that stressful time we've all had in the last 108 days, where we've had a little bit of a pump, or we've just posted a little bit of a pump, a 50% pump, 60% pump, and then we've held and we've seen it drop and we've seen it test 22 US cents, and we've held and we've ranged and then now we've just popped out. So we're just excited again. We're just starting to get towards the euphoria, but it is just the beginning. And I've been taking, any opportunity where I, listen to Moon Lambo, listen to Royce Jacob, listen to Blockchain Backer, and just to really kind of be in the moment and be in that moment of like, this thing is really happening. This thing can really happen. And am I prepared? Am I ready for those extra zeros at the end of the bank account? Now, so I'm gonna start with my story. I'm gonna start how I got into this market, and I'm a newbie. I am not an OG. I'm a newbie. So I think it was around May that I started thinking that my money is going to be no good just sitting there getting no interest in a bank account, because I don't think there's a bank account in Ireland that's going to even give you 0.5% interest at the moment. So I was looking towards investing, and I think I threw €100 into XRP because I thought, well, I'm not going to buy Bitcoin. That boat's gone. I had no idea what I was doing. So I bought a bunch of XRP. I think it was nearly 1,000 XRP for €100 back then at, what was it, 18 euro cent, right? And then I just forgot about it, and I think it went down, and I forgot about it. I was like, it's a long bet, it's a long bet. And then went up again, down, and then all of a sudden I noticed this movement, and I was like, oh, here we go. This is why I bought it. It's going to do the same thing as Bitcoin. Next thing you know, this thing's going to be worth 15 grand or whatever, not knowing that there's 100 billion XRPs as opposed to 21 million Bitcoins. But anyway, I hadn't quite learned all that. But this is where I got serious about it. I was like, I'm going to buy more of this. This is only going upwards. And I think maybe I'd started to see some YouTubers like Moon Lambo saying, the next bull run's here, it's going to start, remember 2017, was anyone here? It's going to be great. It goes parabolic. And I thought, oh, that's going to happen any day soon. So I kept buying here, and kind of slowly realized that it also went down again. It doesn't just go straight up, and then it went down and then up again, and got a bit more excited, and then went down and then went up and got a bit more excited, but realized, this thing isn't just going straight to the moon. All these YouTube videos I've been watching, they're not liars, but, maybe they were as excited as I was, and, everyone's just kind of preempting. The early adopters are preempting this bull run, right? So, but who was to know it would be 108 days that this whole thing played out? But what did it give me? What did it give you? It gave you the opportunity to set stretch goals, to accumulate more than maybe you would have thought you wanted back here. Let's say you wanted to have 5,000 around here, and then it goes to the moon. Well, then you might have got 2 or 3 times more than that over this period, because you got more pay, you got more money, you borrowed money, did whatever you did to accumulate more and get fully leverage yourself ready for this next pump, right? And we've already seen it begin. And if you're like me and you've probably got some average in and around this line here, or around this maybe just above this 200-day moving average, whether it be, closer to the 22 US cents, whether it be closer to the 25 euro cents, if you've got somewhere around there right now, you're in the green. You know, we've printed some green bars on the charts, and we're pretty happy, right? But the thing is, this is where I'm saying, switch off now from the micro view. Forget about every day that you've woken up and checked the charts and gone, has it happened yet today? Has it happened yet today? Because I'm putting my hand out right now, and that's me. I wake up every morning and I check it. Has it happened today? Has it happened today? You know, the last few days have been good, but the last 60 days before that, we all know what's been happening, right? And we need to start thinking macro. We need to start thinking, where are we going to be? Where's that money going? What are we going to do? How are we going to draw it out? Are we going to do it in 2 or 3 increments of exchanges? Are we going to do it all at once? Are we going to try and really time the top? Are we going to average in? Are we going to wait till it peaks and then goes back down and then sell out? What are we doing? How are we going to get it? How are we going to really deal with all those extra zeros in our bank accounts? And this is how I'm doing it. I have gone back to the previous bull run, and, you know, seeing that, well, there's, you know, there appears to be a fair bit of volatility there, you know, like some really kind of fluctuating things going on, right? And we can just squeeze that down a bit more and just go back and have a look at that in the big picture and go, well, all right, so that was the last, you know, real bull run, which was in and around the turn of the year from 17 to 18. So late December, early January, we kind of peaked and then, you know, did a really big bubble, I guess that's the word for it. And then where are we back over here? We are in this little world. And how flat does it look when you look at it from this angle, right? And then even then, this one here, where if you had bought it at 1 penny and seen it go up to 6 cents, you'd be like, whoa, that's huge, you know, half a penny up to 6 cents, you know, that's like a 1,200% gain, woohoo. Like, you know, if you probably were talking about buying the hundreds of thousands or the millions of XRP back then and selling them, you know, and if you kept 20,000 today, you'd be pretty, right? So, but anyway, so we've had this first alt season in the last bull run, 1,200% gain, then sideways action, probably 150 days of sideways action, and then this 1,300% gain in the next part of the alt season, or the second part of the alt season. So the real serious bubble, right? Now, all I've did was draw 2 similar lines a bit closer together, but this is a educational, this is a entertainment purposes, right? This is just to get our heads in the realm, and these predictions or these movements are nothing based on any real great technical analysis, but it's just to get our heads in the space of starting to think a little bit more macro, and about what's happened in the last couple of months is so irrelevant in the scheme of things for the gains that we're all going to get. And I don't want this to be all about XRP either. You know, like Cardano, same deal, drawing the same kind of pattern as XRP. VET, drawing the same. If I just draw that out again, it's drawing the same kind of pattern. Very bullish, bull flag, sideways consolidation, ready to pop. XLM, Stellar, sideways consolidation after a bit of a bull movement here, ready to pop. And then, you know, and all those other blockchain miners, and Bitcoin did it, Ethereum did it, right? So we'll go back to our XRP chart, just because, you know, this is the one, my biggest bag, and this is the one I want to, you know, focus on the most, because it's going to give me the most gains, really, in the end. So here we are back at, you know, our little micro mentality right here, you know, where we're like, we wanted to go to the moon, it's gone backwards a bit, it's retraced, but the next moves are going to be big, right? So what have we got? We've got our first 1,000% move, right? So we've got to zoom out all this way and just really make that micro thing that we've been going through the last few weeks just look really small. And so there we go. We've got 1,000%. You know, I think it was 1,200 over there. We'll knock it back a peg to about 1,020%, right? And where does that get us? That gets us That gets us around the $2.50, you know, so in US dollars, whatever that is, doesn't really matter. You know, so it goes a long way up, you know, and that's pushing towards all-time highs, right? So maybe we seek a little bit of resistance around that all-time high. And then we'll step it back another 40, 46%, maybe 50%. Let's drag it back 50%, right? And then this one here is going to bounce off it. And then just watch what happens here. Just watch where all of the recent price action and all of that stress and worry and fear and all those thoughts of will it, when it, why, how, why hasn't it happened on my time frame? Just watch what happens. We follow this line up, this next 1,100, 1,200% line. We'll just follow it up and up. There we go, 1,400% line. I might pull that back a bit. It's going and going, and there's a whole lot of empty space up here. You know, there's not much to see up here because this is all price discovery, right? There's nothing in history to say where it's going to stop. And that's the thing that we need to be prepared for, that it's going to be going and going and going. And I'm going to pull it back a bit and just say, let's say it goes to about $19 at some point. 19 euro dollars, that is. So a bit more in US dollars. Let's just say it goes there. Just pause now, close your eyes. Imagine how much tokens you have, times it by 19 or times it by 20 US dollars, 25 US dollars, whatever you want to do, and just pause on that. How many extra zeros are there? Where's the money going? Are you going to invest in a business? Are you going to buy a car? Are you going to pay off your house? Are you going to give some to your family and friends? Are you going to put it into your kids' college fund? What is happening with the money? Where is it going? How is it going to spread out? Because if you're not prepared for that and you're not ready for that emotionally and psychologically, you will get dragged into this open space and you will have no idea what to do. So just remember that we're all going to be out here in the black, in the ether, in the chart, just not knowing where it's going to go, where it's going to stop. But these volume bars, they'll be hectic. They'll be going nuts. You know, there'll be people FOMOing in. There'll be people that learn about it when it's $10 and going, I got to buy it. I got to buy these things. It's going to be like Bitcoin. It's going to go thousands and thousands. And it may well do someday. But, you know, just imagine that. How many tokens do I have now? 20 US dollars, 19 euro dollars, 25 US dollars, 30 US dollars. Just imagine how it feels. Get yourself ready for that. I'm just going to leave it there. Like always, if you like this content, this one's a bit more spiritual, a bit more emotional, but you know, if you like this content, give it a thumbs up, smash that like button. And if you really, really do like this sort of content, and you like preparing yourself for extra zeros in your bank account, and you like being happy and healthy and wealthy, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and just keep with us, keep with me, keep with all of the YouTubers out there. We're all here together to make each other feel strong, confident, have strong hands, and hopefully help each other get out at the right time while everyone else is FOMOing in, right? So let's do it. Let's do it together. I'm Jared, Crypto Exit Plan, the Aussie guy in Ireland, doing it proud. Speak to you next time.